What's up you guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. So today is probably one of the most requested videos that I've had in a very long time. So we are going to be talking about all the controversy around Tess Holliday being featured on the cover of Cosmopolitan. So if you don't know who Tess Holliday is, she is a plus size model and she was recently featured on the cover of Cosmopolitan. Now, where the controversy comes in is there's basically two schools of thought with having her on the cover. Now there's the one side of the argument which is, you know, this is beautiful, this is body positivity, everyone should feel beautiful, we should feature more bodies, different size bodies on the covers of magazines and let people know that they are normal and that they deserve love no matter what size they are, right? So there's that argument. And then there's the other side, which is this is glamorizing being unhealthy. We shouldn't put this on the cover of a magazine because this is going to let people feel like it's okay to be morbidly obese and it's okay to be unhealthy. Now the reason I think that people are interested in my thoughts on the subject is because they feel like I've been on both sides of the spectrum, right? I was obviously morbidly obese, and then now I am someone that is a proponent of fitness and health and wellness and being the healthiest version of yourself to, you know, extend your life, but also just improve the quality of your life. So I can see why people are kind of interested in what I think about this topic. Now when it comes to my thoughts on the argument, I'm pretty in the middle of the road. I'm sure a lot of you guys are not surprised with that because I honestly see both sides of the argument. I can see why people would be on one side and why people would be on the other side. When it comes to the body positivity side, I can see the value in having an overweight, you know, model, a plus size model on the cover of a magazine, because especially when all these magazines have like the same kind of people on it, very skinny people, which I think that can be another argument is like a lot of times it's the other extreme when they're really unhealthy and way too skinny, but that's another argument. But I see why people see that as a positive. I can only imagine growing up your whole life. I mean, obviously I'm not a woman, but growing up your whole life as an overweight girl and never seeing anybody that resembles you on a magazine, I can see how maybe that would be something that would be empowering for you and make you feel better about yourself. I totally understand that. And on the other side, with promoting this unhealthy lifestyle, I can see why some people are upset about this, because when it comes to Tess Holliday, and again, I'm not trying to be rude at all, but she is morbidly obese, right? That, like, medically, she is morbidly obese, and there's no way, personally, I feel like you can justify that as being healthy. There's nothing wrong with being that big, but you can't say that that's healthy. We all know that that is not healthy. So promoting that, I can see the issue that people have. Now, again, I will say that I think there is 100% people that don't give a crap about the health, that don't care about that, but are just, like, there's this word, fat phobic, right? That honestly feel that way and think that if you're overweight, you're disgusting. And I think they're using that as a guise and saying, no, it's because she's unhealthy, when really they just think that being overweight is gross, and they're using the whole, like, I just care about your health as a disguise to just be really rude and very mean and very toxic. So I definitely can see how some people will be like, no, they're just using that because they're saying they care about my health, but all they really care about is they think that I'm gross as a human. And I totally understand the argument too. I think that it's great that we're trying to include everyone. Like, I really do think that that's a noble effort, but at the same time, I feel like it's something that we keep striving for, but we're never actually gonna be able to encompass everyone and make everyone feel included. Because if you think about it, right, like, we're never gonna go to the absolute extremes. I feel like you're never gonna see someone that is really underweight and like obviously unhealthy, right, and put them on the cover of a magazine. They're not gonna do that. And then on the same coin, right, on the opposite side, you're never gonna see someone that's literally bedridden, that would be like on My 600-Pound Life, that can't leave their bed. They would never put someone like that on the cover of a magazine as well. So I think that it's good to be inclusive, but I think that people need to understand it's one of those battles that no matter how much we fight, I feel like we're never gonna be able to include everyone. Now, I'm not saying that to say that we shouldn't try to include as many people as we can, but I think it's an interesting topic, right? It's an interesting point to think about is, as much as we try to include everyone, I think that we need to realize we're never gonna be able to include everyone. There's always gonna be outliers that will not feel included. And I don't even know what I'm saying with that, but it was a thought that was going through my head, because again, like, you're never gonna see someone that's bedridden and stuff that can't get out of their bed that's gonna be on the cover of a magazine. At the same time, you're never gonna see someone that is really unhealthy to a point where they can barely stand up, right? And they're so skinny they can barely stand up on the cover of a magazine as well. So at the end of the day, with this particular, cover, I think a lot of people are blowing it out of proportion. I think that it's great that we have somebody that is overweight, that is able to be so confident and stuff like that. But I know that there's a lot of people that don't feel that way. So again, that's somebody to look up to. But at the same time, like, I know that people that are morbidly obese, they know that that's not the healthiest thing. So they don't need to be drilled into constantly over and over and over again, that's unhealthy, that's unhealthy. They know. So there's nothing wrong with, I don't think there's anything inherently evil with having somebody that is overweight on the cover of a magazine like this. Because honestly, like, at the end of the day, the reason this magazine did this was to make money and to have people talk about it. And that's exactly what's happening here, right? So they did what they came to do. I personally don't believe that Cosmopolitan magazine has some noble effort to try and include everyone. They're trying to sell magazines and they're trying to get people to talk about their magazine, right? And it's working. I do want to say this, that you do not need to be the size of a lot of the models that are on these magazines to be healthy. I think that you can be healthy and be a little bit overweight. Absolutely. Like, I don't think that you need to be stick figure skinny to be healthy. I mean, I weigh 200 pounds, right? A lot of people would say that's too much, but I believe that I am completely healthy. So I'm not saying you need to be super tiny to be healthy, but I think there is a point where no matter what, like, when you look at somebody, if they're morbidly obese, that's not healthy. And for me, I'm not trying to hide behind the guise of like being disgusted by people that are overweight, because I'm not at all. But at the same time, I'm somebody that wants to help people lose weight because I know how I felt when I was morbidly obese. I know how trapped I felt, and I know how much less trapped I feel now. And I just want people to feel like that. But if you are somebody that is, overweight, morbidly obese, that is trying to lose weight, and this cover makes you feel a little bit better about yourself, then that's great. That's so awesome. I really am happy that that's something that you have in your life. But at the same time, like, I would hate for this cover, which I don't think that it's doing, but I would hate for it to just kind of encourage people to continue living the life that they're living, especially if they're maybe not really happy with the life that they have. I asked you guys what you thought on my Instagram on a poll, and it's pretty much split right in the middle. So I know that there's going to be probably a lot of people that are upset with me in the comments. I'm not trying to make anybody feel less than or attack anybody. I'm just trying to share my opinion. That's literally all that I'm doing. The reason that I was so excited about making this video was because I was gonna be able to hear from you guys and hear your opinion, because I know that you guys, I have such a spectrum of people that watch the videos, which I think is super cool, right? People that are trying to start their journeys, people that are in the middle of the journeys, people that have lost a lot of weight and are, very healthy and are going to the gym all the time and really have found a routine for themselves. So I would seriously love, if you made it to this point in the video, I would love to hear what you think. Like, leave a long comment. Tell me, the points that you have to defend your argument, because I think that it's a really, really interesting topic, and I think it's really nuanced, and there's a ton of little things inside of it. Because if it was black and white, right, I wouldn't be making this video. It'd be very easy. It'd be like a yes or no answer. But I don't think that that's what this issue is. There's so many things that can go into what you think, why you think. So I would love to hear what you guys have to think. So leave those comments down in the comment section down below. I want to say thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I really, really appreciate it. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. There was one other thing that I wanted to say. Oh yeah, look how buff I am.
Obey the warning signs, and when there are flashing lights or wigwags, don't attempt to cross until they come to a complete stop.